Alright, welcome to the brief tutorial on the Meme Pun project. In this tutorial you will be using the zoom tool so you can see your selections. You'll use one of these selection tools to get the cleanest selection that you can. Remember, credit here goes for precision. And brush tools might help you clear up some corrections, and text tool may help you add some text to your document. A little bit of legal disclaimer, we did a little bit of research on this and there's some rules that go along with using copyrighted material. However, for this project we are making transformative in nature. That means that because we're not making money off of it, we're not going to damage the artists, and we are transforming the nature of the copyrighted work, we are in the clear in terms of legality for this project. In most cases, I would say do not use other people's work, but in this case, because it's a parody, we are protected legally. You have two options for finding images. Unsplash has a lot of high-resolution photos, or you can use a Google selection search. What I did was I went to Unsplash, which is this website, which allows you to create a search term, and it finds what you're looking for. Most of these are licensed under Unsplash, but again, we're clear on that, and high resolution. Either way, you'll find something. So I was going to go make a meme that uses these two images. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to the Photoshop part of the tutorial. I'm going to open this with Adobe Photoshop 2018. Both images should come in, and I've already kind of thought about what I wanted to do. I wanted the moon, and I'm going to use Darth Vader. Apparently there were no pictures of Darth Vader, probably because Unsplash didn't have it, but this will be fine. So I've got my moon JPEG, which is going to be my background. And I've got my Darth Vader JPEG, which is going to be my selection. And I'm going to go ahead and take that zoom. First of all, make sure it's full screen so you can see more of what's going on. And I want to take my zoom tool here. Oops, this one. Make sure it's plus because I want to zoom in. Command plus also works just fine. That's a little bit too much. I'm going to zoom out one click. And for this, because there's a nice sharp edge, instead of using the lasso tool, which really hurts my fingers, I'm going to use the magnetic lasso tool, which works really well if you're careful. You can click once and then drop it on, and it tends to find the edges quite nicely. I can click it anytime I need to if I need to create an anchor point. Click that until you get the marching ants. And I'm going to go ahead and right-click it and layer versus a cut, which gives me this layer right here, which I can move over to my background layer. But it's time now to switch to my move tool. I'm going to take this layer and bring it to the moon. Now I want to scale that down. Well, actually no. I'll just stick with that right about here. Now here's where you're going to use some of these brush tools. And maybe in this case, since this is a layer, I'm going to use an eraser tool just to erase out some of that. Now again, this is a quick and dirty tutorial. I would recommend that you spend a little bit more time. And here's another example of where Command plus would get me closer so I could see what I'm doing a little bit better. I'm just going to clean up some of those edges there. So I want it to look like it belongs. All right, assume I did more of that, and I'm going to zoom back out. The last thing I want to do is to write down a title for my meme. And to do that, I'm going to use my title tool. Let's go horizontal because there's a nice space right here. And in that, I got 36-point font. I stick with red, and I'm just going to call it the dark side of the moon. And that's not quite as big as I wanted it to be. This is an item that I can move. It's another layer here in your layers. I want it bigger. I want it bigger than that. I want to see if I can type in a bigger font too. 150. There we go. All right, so there we go. That's my meme. Make sure that when you select it, you don't have any of these layers selected. Hit File, Save As. And don't save it as a PSD. Don't change the name here. Go to JPEG. It'll do it for you. Meme. And your name. And that's the file that you will turn in. Go high quality for a JPEG so you're not compressing. And voila. Thank you for watching the tutorial. Now, go make a meme.